Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Catherine and this is Catherine's Book Island. And today I am here with another book review. As always, please like and subscribe to my channel. And the book I'm going to be reviewing today is called Pieces of Her by Karin Slaughter. And I have to say, you guys, I really enjoyed this book quite a bit. I'm going to start off with just this summary of the book. Then I'm going to be going into characters and then the storyline. As always, you guys, there's going to be spoilers. So if you haven't read this book quite yet, I would come back when you finish this. I don't want to spoil it for any of you. It's a really great book. So let's get into this video. So you guys, I could not put this down for the life of me. I read it, I think, from start to finish. So it takes place with a mother and daughter. And the daughter's name is Andrea, but they call her Andy, and the mother's name is Laura. Laura, so they're out having this breakfast. Her daughter just gotten off working a night shift as a dispatcher, and they're talking, and you kind of get a little bit of her mother and daughter dynamic. Laura is a little bit very strong. Her daughter is just, very quiet, timid, on the timid side. And then all of a sudden, everything goes from bad to worse in the place that they're eating. So Laura is a doctor. She is a speech therapist, and she's talking to this woman and her daughter. And all of a sudden, there are shots that ring out in the place that they're eating at. And Andy gets up to go to the bathroom, and when the shots get fired, Laura runs and tackles her to the ground to keep her daughter safe. And as everything goes on in the diner, Laura ends up killing the person who is shooting. And Laura is also injured. She was shot. She also got stabbed, I think, in the hand. And so she told Andy, don't talk with the police, don't say anything, just don't talk, just let me handle it, basically. So as the story goes on, it gets worse. This book, it gets worse. Like, you don't think it could get any worse, but it does. Andrea ends up killing a man that was hurting her mother, and she doesn't know why. She doesn't know what's going on. She's so confused. Her mother says, you just have to go. You can't be here. You can't stay here. It is not safe. She gives her a burner phone and says, this is a burner phone. I'll call you. I'll tell you when it's safe to come back. Do not talk to your father. Do not call anyone. Only if I call you, you can come back. Go to, I think she says Idaho is going to be safe there. So instead of going to Idaho, she gives her a key to a storage locker. And so Andy goes to the storage locker. She finds a car, she finds money, she finds old photos, and she is getting so confused. She has no idea who her mother is, that this is very out of character for her mother, and she has no idea what's going on. So as more and more goes into the story, you find out that Laura is not her mother's real name. She went to jail when she was pregnant with Andy, and that her father, that she had a plot to murder her father, and basically when that happened, the guy that she was with was very abusive, very controlling, and she believed hook, and sinker everything that this guy was saying, and that there was a woman named Laura who killed her father and killed herself on stage in front of everybody. And it had to deal with healthcare fraud and the healthcare system failing this woman's husband, and leading up to the murder of their children and him. And the woman that murdered her father also ends up shooting herself on stage in front of everyone. And at this point, Laura knows that she's pregnant with this baby. Well, she's not her name's not Laura, but that's I forget her name in the book. I know there was another name she goes by, but I forget. And so this book is very heavy, and her mother used to be a very good pianist. She unfortunately stopped being a pianist because Nick, who is Andy's father, Nick said that he didn't like her taking lessons from an old guy. He was very controlling. So, so when that started happening, and then as it goes on, you realize that the mother and Andy have been in the Marshal Service, so it's witness protection. And it's there's so many pieces to the story that like interweave together from the past to the present. It's very well done. Like I said, there's so many characters in this book, and I know that Karen Slaughter is going to be doing another book to this one. Is going to be coming out in a couple of months, I want to say. But so I really enjoyed this book. I would give it 5 out of 5. There's nothing in here that I didn't like. Writing wise, character wise, at the end of the book you can see the growth in Andy and how much different she is, and how more she's vocalizing what she wants, and her mom is very proud of her, but she's also struggling because at the end of the book, at the very end, she goes to try and get Nick to admit that this woman that took Andy and wanted, I guess, this woman wanted these files that had to do with the healthcare fraud and all of that stuff. She wanted those files, and Nick put her up to it. This woman had a thing for Nick, even when her mother was pregnant with Andy, wanted him. Nick never gave her the time of day until now. He's in jail, and he's like in minimum security, and they set up this plan, and now this woman kidnapped their daughter, and Nick doesn't care. He does not care about his daughter. He basically threatened his daughter and says, if you love Andy, you will do what I want you to do. And she was sitting down and playing at the piano when they were talking, and she had kind of like hearing aids in her ears, but the Marshal Service could hear everything that he was saying, and so they got him. He was going to go to Supermax, and there was no way he could get communications out to anybody. And so so she was worried about her daughter. She was worried about her daughter's safety. Nick was the type of guy who, if he wants something bad enough, he will try anything to get what he wants. And her mother, like, Laura knew that. Even when she was pregnant, she knew that. And this book also has to deal with sexual assault. A lot of Karen Slaughter's books do, but this one wasn't as graphic. A lot of her books are graphic. This one was not. Their father did abuse his daughter, abused all of his kids, Jasper, and I think his name is Andrew. Andrew ends up dying from AIDS, and Nick knew this and didn't tell his sister, didn't tell Laura. So that really, and then you could tell, so the book jumps back and forth between the present and then the past. And pretty quickly, like for me anyway, I don't know if you guys have read this book, please leave like in the comments below. Like, I put it together very quickly between the young woman in the past tied into the present. Like, I knew that was Laura, and I had a feeling like she did something. Like, I knew she had to do with her, like, her father's murder and things like that, but I didn't think that this book would end the way that it did for me. There's not much more I can go into because I literally just said everything about this book in this review, but I really loved it. I know the show is coming out March 4th, and I plan on doing a video on that too, because like I said, I just read the book and I kind of want to compare the book to the show, see how much is accurate to the book, and see how much like they changed. So I'm really excited for that. That's pretty much it for this video. I'm gonna be doing another book review in a couple of days. And as always, please like and subscribe to my channel. And if you guys have any questions or any books you want me to read, please leave them down in the comments below. And as always, you guys have a great and safe day. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.